11, our National President Address, Dr. UGOCHUKWU. Mr. President.
Leka nyinde wono mazino lao no tole the speech on page 11. Together we can make NNAUSA'S stronger by sustaining our commitments, which is a speech delivered by Dr. UGOCHUKWU, NNAUSA'S President and CEO, to the 66th Semi-Annual Joint National Council meeting of UGO National Association USA, held here in Grand Plaza Hotel, a conference center, the address in Nodell. The chairman, the council chairman, Mazi Aresa Ndewo, the executives, please, I would just want the executive to stand for recognition. This is a wonderful team. And we have our Vice President, Mrs. Comfort Obenda. I won't be able to mention all their names, but I can tell you, you elected very beautiful people to serve this association, and it's been wonderful with us. Please put your hands together for the executive. Thank you. Then, distinguished members of the council, it's a privilege to be in your presence. This is the first opportunity I've had to address this council, and thank you for this opportunity. The ex-president, I take it to heart that you are here in person. Ndeka you know kotrum nande ex-president saka, and all him see diwalo weche ngageda huzuwanya. So many of them there are not any obligation anywhere to be here except for the love of this association, and the least I can say mbo. Dr. UGOCHUKWU, thank you. Thank you. Mazi Victor Ahnonye, please thank you for the time to be here to join me on this great occasion. And not only that, all the guests, there are so many of you sitting behind. Some of them are young people who have decided to come here today to put a youthful face to some of the things on the agenda. And then all us other guests also with us. Thank you very much for being here. I stand before you today with profound humility and gratitude to deliver this speech as your president and CEO. This moment is a testament to the collective strength and unity of our dear UGO community here in the United States. I thank God for granting us safety on air and on land to Chicago for the National Council meeting. I will not fail also to acknowledge the First Lady of this our association, who is here in person, Dr. Mrs. Chinyere Agu. She is making a lot of sacrifice to make sure that this association stands today. Our association has lost a few members since last year, and most of them served in various capacities, both at the national level and also at the chapter level. And the least I could do for these people, as your president, the least I could do is just to mention their names. We have Chief Ode Onma, Chief Josiah Nwokolemi, Dejo, Eda Joe Wakama, Mrs. Gloria Ananaba, Dr. Chid Dike, Chief Anthony Okeze, Dem Dorati Onlan, Mrs. Cecilia Nwoche, Mr. Nwachukwu, Mazi Samuel Nwogugu, Mr. Chinyere Mwanganga, Prince Amobi Excellence Okomado, Eda Sunday Okomado, Barrister Gad Nna Enyama, and others that happened just before we wrote this, before we sent this printout to the press. Please, if you wouldn't mind, for the second time today, unfortunately, can we just stand together in honoring the memory of our fallen members with a moment of silence? May our good God comfort their families and the loved ones in Jesus' name. Amen. Please, let's be seated. To 2025 National Council update. The council meeting was initially scheduled to take place in Minnesota. Unfortunately, the proposed host chapter informed the then new executive of their unreadiness, a little challenge why they were not going to host the chapter, the council meeting. So I want to use this time, it's a dedicated time, to appreciate the president, Mr. C.Y. UGOCHUKWU, and also Mr. Luke Nwanono, and members of Cook County chapter who stood with me through the process to make sure that today is a reality. Please put your hands together for this chapter. Even at the last moment when I cried to them, when I started receiving letters from the council, where is the convention going to hold? Only for Cook County to stand strong to be with me. Thank you for what you have done. The state of our association, as we begin our annual, semi-annual council meeting in Chicago, I want to report to you officially that the National Council and members of NNAUSA, that the state of our association is strong and resilient despite the numerous challenges and rancor during the last election, as well as the aging membership that threatens the future and continuity of this great association. These challenges present the opportunity to think outside the box where possible, work with an open mind, and strategize together for fresh ideas to sustain our current resilience and mojo. The National Convention. The National Convention is one of our greatest gatherings. There so many people, both from Nigeria and all walks of life. And you can agree with me that we'll be having certain challenges about the convention. And I will report to you that part of the measures that I have discussed with my executive is how we can improve National Convention and make it a part that will entice all of us at every time to go to the convention. And one of those challenges, one of those things that we have found out about the time management, which also happened here today. And anybody may say, okay, like this and that, but can we improve to solving one of those problems? And one thing I really pick it out and give a solution to that. As we go to the convention, the church services, please, the council members, leadership by example. It starts with all of us. It also stands with my executive. We have decided as we are going to the church on Saturday or on Sunday, please come ready and come prepared. We are not going back to the rooms to change our clothes before continuing the event. And in order for we to close that gap, we have resolved that there are some of those programs that will really impact the association, either seminar programs or some of the presentations that will help us to manage that time well. And the only way we can do it is if we can, as council members, even this morning while we were trying to start, we noted that some of the council members were not here. Even as executive, if we had started, we couldn't have even continued because the roll call on Gifel, they are not here. But if all of us will take it as a responsibility to be in that hall, along with the executive also, to be disciplined with time, we are thinking that we are going to make that change. There are a lot of seminars we can bring on board, and I'm consulting with even the local hosts to make sure that those things are possible. We will move the seminar position, the seminar session, to the General Assembly. Once we finish that time that manages that gap, then the General Assembly will start immediately after that presentation. So we are not going to be waiting for food. Once we finish the church, we continue with the program, and then the General Assembly will come in immediately. If we have the food ready, we'll just take some minutes, quickly grab our food, and manage our time well. Please work with me on that, and I guarantee it's going to work. Then the success of every administration is to look deep into the association. Find there are some of those things that may not have worked well. What has been the experience in the outside world, and try to bring those experiences to bear in their own association. One thing I really agree on, youthful participation are the best. and wanting this administration, Leme Lambo, to propose something we are going to call the NNAUSA Virtual Chapter. The continuity and survivability of NNAUSA is paramount concern for me, and I am sure for many of our members, considering the rapidly aging membership of the association, and non-committal of NGWA American young adults to join the organization through the existing chapter. Encouraging our young people to join our association has been an enduring vision of every NNAUSA president. Yet the actualization of this vision has remained the greatest challenge of our association. That is why we are trying another strategy and a pathway to see if it will make a strategic difference. At least our continuous efforts to bring them into NNAUSA shows that we are not giving up on them despite all our efforts. I am profoundly grateful to many of our members that have reached out to me directly concerning this issue. In the words of Dr. Obinna Obanebere, if you go to the NNAUSA Bulletin, 2019, page 84, doing nothing about the future of this association is a death sentence for NNAUSA. But doing something about it, or at least discussing it, or thinking about it at the margin about it, is a rescue mission to save NGWA National Association from dying in the future. And under my hands, I will not just close my eyes and my mouth to professing that which will help this association to survive. Ladies and gentlemen, if they do not want to join NNAUSA through the existing chapters for several reasons, which they have confided in me to tell me about their challenges, let's create something specific for that pathway to join, and not only making this association resourceful, but it speaks into the longevity of this association. In the views of the present challenge for the continuity and survivability of NNAUSA, the executive is here today presenting a proposal for the creation of NNAUSA Virtual Chapter of NGWA National Association that requires their immediate attention and possible consideration. NNAUSA Virtual Chapter refers to the group of members who connect and participate in association activities, primarily online. They also have the activities in person, and by the time we bring the proposal, I will explain the details to you for your consideration. But they will be for those young people who are born in the US, that are resident in US or resident in Canada, and we know their parents. We will be able to certify those. We urge the National Council to expedite the passage of this a special important piece of legislation for longevity of this honorable association. And when we bring them in, what do you do? Do you just leave them? Because language is a very present challenge to bringing them from what I have discussed. And that is why we have the second proposal. That second proposal will be the NGWA language training project. People without language and culture are finished, and their whereabouts will be lost. You will agree with me that the community cultural and social engagement is on the strength and notable successes of NNAUSA since its inception. Teaching our children our language and culture fosters a strong sense of belonging. By the time we come up to that proposal, you will see that we can leverage on the knowledge we have today. I have excellent knowledge of digital internet, and I know what exactly is happening in other communities. I'll be able to project that, how we can leverage things happening online, happening digitally, to also inform our children, and it will help us to build an NGWA language within our... It's a Herculean task, but I trust you can support me to deliver on this, and it will help this association. Fundraising and financial sustainability. While NNAUSA is an active organization with various projects, it is important to know that we face financial exigency that will constrain our capacity to support our current and future projects. Frankly, without your financial support and creative ways of funding, our current and future projects will not survive. Our organization is a leader that have excellent stewards of our cultural heritage, I'm calling on all members to share the message with their chapters. After all, it is our function, it is one of the functions of the council members, board of trustees, board members, to raise funds for this association. While we have significant strides in the community engagement and cultural preservation, our current funding levels are insufficient to sustain some of the initiatives vital to the mission of this association. For NNAUSA to capably build a foundation for long-term growth of its undertaking and sustaining more of our socially responsible programs, we must embark on a robust fundraising strategy. Strengthening our financial base will allow us to innovate, invest in our future and our youth, and enhance our community outreach projects. We are committed to launching targeted fundraising efforts under the license of our able Financial Secretary, Lady Vivian Ayeni, to secure the resources that we need to honor our legacy and build a vibrant future for NNAUSA. In addition, we have a very beautiful, very compelling proposal that we have decided at the executive level that will also be a part of raising funds for this association. It has not happened before now, but I encourage you to take a risk. It is what other associations are doing. In addition, we have a proposal requesting the council to empower the executive to diversify our burial fund to earn revenues by opening an investment account in one of the tier 1 banks, such as JP Morgan, Citibanks, and all the other banks, in a city that is risk-free. When I come to send that proposal, I'm going to show you that we have, for the last couple of years, as of today, we have over $430,000 just sitting with our bank. And the bank is just using it for their own business, and we say thank you very much for them using it, and it's just standing there for a number of years. Why would we not cash into it and also do that which they are doing to make money for the association? It's a bold step, and I'm bringing it up to you for consideration. Membership care. NNAUSA as an organization strives on the strength of its members. To grow, we need everyone's passion, everyone's voice, and everyone's commitment. I'm inviting us to get involved by bringing new ideas, recruiting new members, don't push them away, and then suggesting or leading committees, or simply showing up. Do something for the association you like. Some of you came here today, you're not council members. That's what we're saying. Put your voice, do something, show the passion, encourage people around you. If we do that, you are contributing to membership growth. You are just doing something that your heart will tell you at the time you had the energy, maybe you had the resources, that you did something excellent for the growth of this association. And I challenge you, please, let's make those commitments. And in furtherance to that, the future of this organization depends on all of us. Let's grow it. In service to even our seniors, we have decided to include in our committees, we decided to create a committee that we call the legal team. We didn't just have the legal advisor. And please let me just pause a minute and recognize Attorney CHIGO'Nwogu. Please, CHIGO'Nwogu, can you put your hands together for our very bright and vibrant legal advisor? Thank you very much. And he's not going to work alone. We have decided to look deep into our community and see those people that are doing well in legal field. And we assembled a team under him that will be doing so many things for this association to make sure that we maintain peace, to make sure that we have the right environment where you can take counseling, and to make sure that even our elders are not left out. There are some of the projects they have, and as the year unfolds, you'll be seeing they'll be calling on us to present some of those ideas. And I encourage you to support them. Building partnership as an excellent part of a purposive goal of improving service and dividends of democracy to our people at home. We have reached out to our able governor, Governor Lesoti, and other political leaders at home in Abia State. We hope to enhance our partnership and collaboration by re-establishing strong working relationships with patent Abia State political leaders during this process. We will seek to partner with the state government in developmental initiatives for a more significant impact. This part will increase NNAUSA'S visibility, even at home and even here, and it will also amplify our voice, our community voice. One way I have thought about that is what you are going to be hearing in the budget. I'm going to explain further, let me not go into that. How can we just amplify our presence, our visibility, both at home and here, and doing it through the right channel, not just jumping around it. This will help us. What about the Unity Complex, which is in our hands as at the moment? Such partnership and collaboration will help us, but we need to approach it the best way that it could be done, leading to development. I want to acknowledge and celebrate NNAUSA'S accomplishments in completing the NGWA Unity Complex in Umaduru, Osiomangwa local government area. Please put your hands for all the presidents that have worked to make sure that at the end, that project was a reality. Especially under the leadership of President Victor Ahuronye, who took it upon himself to make sure that we completed that project. As a result of our collective mutual goals, NNAUSA has made remarkable developmental achievements and strives to more. My executive and I recently engaged various stakeholders of the state in Abia State to gain their support to provide the necessary and infrastructure to access the complex. We request everyone to join the executive in reaching out to your contacts for this task. I also need this opportunity to indicate my support and commitment to some of our laudable organizations projects like NGWA, VPSI, AHIKE, and skill acquisition. These projects for sure will not die in my hands. We will make sure that they survive. Put your hands together for what you have done individually and collectively to sustain this project. Especially the Unity Complex, as I've said, and you reach out to the government. We have been trying every corner to see if we can get them to do the infrastructure project. It might be difficult for us to do it by ourselves. So I'm asking you, if you have the right connection, if you have how to reach them, we have tried our own and we'll continue to try. But one thing I will reassure you is that the Unity Complex is not going to be an abandoned project. It will never. It will be very painful for us, and we will do every avenue to make it resourceful for this association. This organization and its members will leverage our investment capacity and knowledge and expertise of thousands of young NGWA professionals born in the United States to positively impact our state's health, business, technology, finance, when and where the opportunities arise. We'll also foster improved collaboration with identified constituencies and affiliate NGWA organizations. And some of those people, we have already talked with them. Projects like AHIKE, we have sound doctors in our midst, and I have them in some of the membership may send them to council for approval. We are reaching out to them. NNAUSA'S name must be high. And it may not cost us a lot to make sure that we keep ourselves very relevant, not only here in the US, but also in Nigeria. And I have those who have been very experienced, and they have been doing it for other associations. During this council meeting, you will consider the approval of individuals that we have also appointed into these positions for them to continue their work. Before this time, they will have continued. We have lost a chunk of time, almost 4 months gone. My executive, before this time, asked them to council to approve some of those committees. And the essence of doing that, we wanted to start immediately. And I want to stand here to bring this to your attention and apologize to Madam Comfort and so many of my executives. What touched us was what we felt was a disregard to our leadership. When we presented the National Day Convention Committee, we were held online for more than 4 hours and change. The council started meeting by 9 p.m. and we were asked just to wait, that it's going to take 5 minutes for we to be called in, present it, and just go so that they will just approve it. And I alerted my executive members, even those in Nigeria, and they woke up by 9 p.m. And we were online waiting for the council from 9 p.m. to 1:25 a.m. in the night. All of us, you can ask them, we waited all through, but we were never given a chance to present this, finally. It really touched us, where our interest is to move forward with council. We can't just be fighting. It doesn't help NAUSA. It doesn't even help the executive. If we can have a very cooperative association, we'll go faster than where we are. And that is why we are here today. But we must make sure that we present the best ideas, and I want you to have a robust mind that can unify NAUSA and that can impart all the projects in order for we to make the best conclusions for NAUSA. Finally, 2024 national election. NAUSA 2024 election has come and gone. Our members have chosen their leader with a very high margin, 649 as against 241, 266. And our land is a history. We should just go over election. Now we are here to lead. Let us just lead and close all those loopholes. And we can't continue fighting. Nobody strives with fight. Or they help one. It is a time to move on. It is now time, I need to bring our sword here to serve this association. I understood that regardless of my campaign ambition, achieving progressive goals to advance NAUSA further will depend on mutual cooperation and effort of every one of us that will support as well as collaborate with the interaction with the council. I am sure the council's full support is something that any member of the council or their children will expect if they are fortunate enough to be elected to lead this cherished association. Definitely everybody needs cooperation. Everybody's life is. You won't just want to be staying awake and be hearing a lot of things from council. It will end this period. We must work together and we must sacrifice for this association. I am sure the council's full support is something that everybody will want, even our children. NAUSA has always been that regardless of which UGO son or daughter was elected as president, those serving on the council all will unite in the core values of the organization in service to our UGO association. I want to publicly acknowledge my trust and also the confidence that this council has given to my association, even this early in our term. I seek such support and guidance as I strive to take this NAUSA to a greater height. As council members, you understand the significance of NAUSA and its core mission better than many other members. I passionately believe that the continuing growth and stability of NAUSA is our common goal, it's our mutual goal. I am reminded of the words of President J.F. Kennedy, who once said, ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country. In that spirit, I call upon each of you to contribute your talent, your time, your experience, the resources you have to the collective mission of this association. Together, we can overcome challenges and achieve remarkable milestones. On this note, I want to use this opportunity to warmly acknowledge the indefatigable leadership of Mrs. Joy UGOCHUKWU. Please put your hands together for Ms. UGOCHUKWU, who was the National Electoral Commission, and her team for upholding our constitution and integrity of this association in conducting a very successful 2024 election. We owe you that to that and the unity of this association. I want to close this by reminding everyone that NAUSA is a non-for-profit, tax-exempt organization. Very important. It is not a political party and can never be turned into a political theater. Since its formation, NAUSA has remained one indivisible organization and one elected president or CEO at a time. There has never been a parallel organization, and I don't think that council is intending to create one. If we do that, it's very dishonorable to this association. This is a part we should never do, and I strongly encourage those nursing such feelings or who are trying to obstruct NAUSA's progress in the council simply because their political ambitions or those that they supported did not materialize to turn around so that we can work together for the good of this association. After an election, whosoever is elected is a servant for all, and not an emperor. We are a servant to everybody, and we will keep that in this association. NAUSA will remain unshakable force for common good and cause for unity if we focus on the mission, work together, treat each other with respect and trust, dignity, not just as members, but family members. If we have that in mind, we can sustain the unity of the association. And that is what I'm charging every council member to have in your mind. As your national president, I'm highly committed to work with members of executive committee, national council, and all our members with great integrity, transparency, and accountability for continuous improvement of our great association. Therefore, I ask everyone to try strategic and achievable ideas to improve our association. I want to end this address with a sincere vote of thanks to all the executives, as I've said. Finally, I express my deepest appreciation to our outgoing leadership of the council for their commitment and sacrifice. Those things have been there. It's very, you need to sacrifice more to be a leader for this association. What we do sincerely keeps you awake many nights, and you are not paid for it. One thing we owe this association is transparency. And if I can ask you sincerely, not to make mistake, please don't politicize it. Help to provide solutions that all of us can work together. It will create that unity, that rapport, both at the council and the executive. If I perceive that my mistake could be politicized, it makes you to hold back. All of us start looking at the Constitution and start fighting with Constitution. If we love ourselves, which I challenge you with, you will see a difference in my administration, and it will continue from this, it will start from this night. Finally, I express my deepest appreciation to the AGU'S Council. I'm immensely proud of the powerful association we are today as we continue to unlock the trends that make us globally recognized as the foremost diasporan socio-cultural association, not just in North America, but globally. Let us move forward with unity, with determination, and a shared vision for a brighter future for UGO indigenes in the United States. Together we can make NAUSA stronger by sustaining our commitments to the mission of this great association. Thank you, and may God bless you. May God bless your family. May God continue to lead all of us. God bless you. This is an address presented by UGOCHUKWU. Thank you very much.